You ever have a dream that you think you could do and you work so hard for it, and there's days where you just feel like all that energy in going into that dream, that goal, it's never going to happen? I was like that for quite a while. Every single day, I'd wake up, do the grind, and any way possible that I could, I would push for the dream. And I would work hard at it. But it felt like it never really grew like you think it should. But I can't say that anymore. You know why? Because I am in California at Kenai at this beautiful old train station. And the reason why I'm here is because I was invited by Lexus USA to come out and test the new GX 550. So I just spent the last 3 days with the marketing team driving an amazing machine. And now we're going to take a nice little off-road trip up to Cerro. I've watched a lot of videos about Cerro, and I love mining history. So I thought to myself, you know what? On the way home, let's go and check out Cerro and all of the cool history that it has. So come join us as we take an amazing venture up there and check it out as we make our way back to Wyoming.
There is so much cool history in Keeler, but do be mindful that all of the buildings are private property. Well, Bryce and I, we are very excited to start this adventure, so let's start making the climb up the mountain. As we were making our way up the mountain, we passed the lower workings of the Morning Star mine and the hopper for the Morning Star tramway. I absolutely love old mining equipment, and I love trying to reverse engineer how they built and how it used to operate. But the day is slipping by us, and we need to continue heading up the mountain.
We made it to Cerro Gordo. How awesome is this place? Oh my gosh. It's kind of funny because it seems a whole lot bigger than it seems, but it's on a pretty good incline. It's hard to really grasp, but the whole town is on an incline. The hotel is coming along beautifully. The old church that was turned into a movie theater. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice old caterpillar. How cool is that? Well, I heard that we've only got about 30 minutes to walk around the town. So we're gonna go check in and see about, oh, let's see here. See about maybe camping up here. See if dropping down to the backside is available. And just get some information of the area and see what we can do.
Upon checking in, we were told that we were not allowed to film the town, which, hey, I respect that. But we were given permission to take as many photos as we wanted. So, game on. Well, let me share a little bit of history of the town because this place has lots of it and it is quite an amazing place to come visit. Mining officially began in the year of 1865 after its discovery by Pablo Flores. By 1867, the word had spread, and scores of prospectors had arrived seeking fortune. In 1866, a local businessman named Victor Boudry had opened a store, as well as acquiring several mining claims, including partial interest to the lucrative Union Mine. By 1869, Cerro Gordo was the largest producer of silver and lead in the nation. Teams of mules would travel between Cerro Gordo and Los Angeles, California. In its peak, the town was home to several miners, hundreds of structures. Most were of the ramshack variety, bars, a general store, and a hotel. The isolated nature of the town led to much lawlessness, as gunfighters were recorded in its time. The prosperity of Cerro Gordo was short-lived. By 1877, a fire raged through the mines, burning down much of the infrastructure. Falling silver and lead prices were the final straw, and most of the inhabitants left as quickly as they came. The town briefly came back to life for a few decades, starting in 1905, as it was used for zinc processing. Now the town is owned by a gentleman named Brent, who has his own YouTube channel called Ghost Town Living. And if you want to know more about Cerro Gordo, I highly recommend going over to his channel and checking out the videos that he has, because they are very knowledgeable and he shows the town quite well.
I better check the maps because there's a road over there that I'm not for sure if we're on the right one or not.
Right, because right now we're going to Boxcar Cabin, correct? Boxcar Cabin?
Yes, that's where we're going for tonight.
Yeah. That's
Oh, okay.
Cool.
There was just a shortcut and we're zigzagging. We're
Gotcha.
good. Yeah. So, yep, like Bryce said, we just got done hanging out in Cerro Gordo for a little bit. Got some cool things and stickers and shirts and whatnot. We didn't take any minerals.
You can't go through Cerro Gordo without getting stickers. Come on.
I know, right? But so we were, like I said, we were thinking about trying to camp up here, but they don't have any camping established yet, which is okay. So we've decided to drop down the backside of Cerro Gordo, and we are now heading towards Death Valley. And I did map this out already before we started on the trip, and I think tonight we might try to make a goal to try to get to Boxcar Cabin. If not, we'll find a nice place to camp down in the Desert Valley, in Death Valley, which is going to be awesome. And then tomorrow morning, as we're heading out, we'll stop and check out the cabin.
Absolutely. That's going to be exciting. I can't wait.
Right?
Too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name. You're telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I was looking to belong and I'd already found my home. Leave me alone, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, the place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home.
We have dropped down off of the mountain, and now we are finding ourselves actually cruising along through the drainages, and the views are spectacular.
And I want to say, if you ever decide to come down here and do this, don't mistake one of the drainages for a road. Just don't do it. We almost did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we saw some. We knew we had to make a right-hand turn on the map, and I saw it and I was like, oh, there's a road. We got to make that turn. And then we started literally following tire tracks back up the way that we were going, and we were only like 20 yards away from the actual other road.
Right, yeah. And it was just a wash.
Yeah.
So don't get confused that way.
Right.
No.
Right.
You'll go back up where you came.
Yeah. Well, we're actually on a pretty decently established road, and we're kind of chasing the sun a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna make it all the way to Boxcar Canyon or Boxcar Cabin tonight or not, which is okay, because we'll shut her down and find ourselves a nice camp spot, preferably something that's somewhat sheltered and out of the wind, and then tomorrow we'll check out the cabin. But for now, I am just absolutely enjoying the views. This is awesome. So we've got kind of like a pretty much just like a forest of Joshua trees that we've been weaving in and out of and driving by, and it's so cool to see them. what an absolutely amazing day. Got to go see Cerro Gordo and experience that place. That was super cool. I actually got to meet Brent personally and shake his hand and chat with him a little bit on, you know, things to come with Cerro Gordo, and got to see him work actually a little bit as a content creator. So that was really, really cool. Well, we decided instead of just pushing, and we could have pushed all the way to the cabin, we decided to stop and look at this campsite. This place is amazing. We are camping in the Joshua Tree Forest. How flippin' cool is this? I'm so excited about this. But yeah, we decided to shut down before it got too dark, just so that way we're not having to set up camp and everything. And Bryce is going to cook up an amazing meal tonight, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be dark for him. But what an amazing day. So I'm gonna help Bryce get camp set up, and then we're gonna eat some grub, sit by the campfire, and then tomorrow we'll head down to the cabin and check that out. Well, buddy, cheers.
Cheers.
To an epic adventure. And more to come.
Agreed.
Hey, good morning. Well, what an amazing day yesterday. The drive up to Cerro Gordo was spectacular. The views were amazing. We did get to see some really cool mining history. And then when we were in Cerro Gordo, that was really, really cool to like actually finally be able to see it. And we did get to see Brent and chat with him and watch him a little bit, creating his content. And we were thinking of camping up there, but I'm glad we didn't. We decided to drop down the backside and then come into Death Valley, and that's currently where we're at right now, and oh my gosh, the camp here is spectacular. We are camping in a Joshua Tree forest. This is just so awesome. Well, today's agenda is we're going to get back out on the trail, and we are going to take a stop at the boxcar cabin and check that out for a little bit, and then continue on into Death Valley and make our way back home. And oh, Kevin, if you're watching this, delicious coffee, my friend.
Bryce and I made quick work of packing down camp and getting ready to hit the road, since today we had a lot of ground to cover, and we wanted to make sure we had plenty of time to spend at the boxcar cabin.
We made it to the boxcar cabin. How cool is this place? We were trying to camp here, but I'm actually very glad that we camped at the location that we did. But let's go in and check this out. I can see why they call it the boxcar cabin. There's so much stuff. Whoa! Wow. Holy smokes. And we'll close this and look at everything.
In 1958, a prospector named William Carpenter filed his claim here on this land and brought this old wooden boxcar train in to location to give him a 2-room cabin to live in while he worked his claim. The boxcar cabin is part of a BLM Adopt a Cabin program, and there is several cabins like this across Death Valley where volunteers maintain these cabins And you can actually stay in these cabins among your travels. Now, when you do stay in these cabins, make sure that you leave it better than when you found it. And it was so cool to walk around and see everybody's signatures and the very interesting artwork on the wall. Ooh, I think that donkey there had some Taco Bell. Anyways, it was really cool to walk around, and this cabin actually reminded me of a cabin that we have locally on the Bighorn Mountains called Armpit. Bryce and I walked around for probably about an hour just inside the cabin, looking at all the signatures of the people that have been here, and also just looking at all the unique artwork. It was also really cool to see all the knickknacks that everybody has left over the years of visiting this place. Now, I did leave a stack of DB Overland stickers at the cabin, so if you have been to the cabin since I've been there, comment down below and show a picture of the sticker that you got from the cabin.
He was chasing me.
Bryce and I could have hung out at this cabin all day long, and we could have hiked around the hills, admired the scenery, and just really enjoyed ourselves. But we still have some more trail to tackle, and then we need to air up the tires and start making our way back to Wyoming.
We have finally hit the end of the trail. Saline Valley in Death Valley National Park. What an amazing trip. And this is so much a dream come true. I finally got to take the black truck on a 3,000-mile overlanding trip. I've always wanted to do an epic big trip with the truck, and now finally here I am, a dream coming true. From Powell, Wyoming, all the way down to Los Angeles, California, up into Death Valley, and now we're gonna make our way across Nevada, Utah, and then back to Wyoming. What an epic adventure this has been. And we got to meet Brent up in Cerro with Ghost Town Living. Just what an absolute amazing adventure. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. I really haven't. So thank you for coming along on my adventure out here in the Death Valley, Saline Valley area. And until next time, we'll see you guys out on the trail.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling